Derek Handley here with Kostoff and Company at Nova Home Loans. I'd like to welcome my guest, Sam Newman, very good friend of mine and a realtor down at Keller Williams. We thought we'd bring in the expert today to talk about the housing side of things as opposed to the numbers side. We bore you with all the numbers and financing, and don't get me wrong, it's fun and exciting, but people really want to hear what's happening on your side of the table.
Sure, and I'll bore them with some numbers too, so don't worry.
Okay, good, good. We got to keep them in track, right?
Right.
So what's happening out there? What's hot, what's not?
It's interesting because like you and I have talked about before, it's a weird market right now. It is, some things are selling very quickly, some things are selling not quickly at all. When we're talking 3-6 months or even longer, that's dependent on a lot of things. Obviously, condition of the home, price point is a big one. Different price points take a lot longer to sell, but also it's really hyper local. So typically, at least when I look at stats, I first look at the entire Denver metro as a whole and see what's going on in the Denver metro. But if you want to get a little more granular and get in there, it's pretty interesting with looking at the different zip codes, and some that are selling much faster than others, and some that are selling much slower, maybe even slower than you'd expect. And those are the places I look right now that could be potentially areas of opportunity for buyers.
Okay, so what, if you could name top 3 hot areas there, as fast as the house comes on the market, it's gone.
Yeah. So you're still going to have, there's a few things. Number one, your blue chip neighborhoods are still going to be very, very fast. So the Wash Parks, the Cherry Creeks, a lot of the time those are going to be at higher price points, so that those higher price points won't sell as fast as something, say, $500,000 to $700,000. But if you have a more entry-level price point in one of those neighborhoods, they're still going to be very, very fast. The other thing is the inner ring suburbs. So we're talking the Littletons, the Lakewoods, even the Greenwood Villages, if we're going to go down there. Very, very hot, very fast. People want, ever since COVID and this has lingered, people have wanted more space, but they don't want to be too far out.
Right.
For the most part, and we'll get to that in a second, but those inner ring suburbs, those close suburbs, compared to a Green Valley Ranch or something like that, they're going to be hotter just because they're closer and more accessible, and you still get all of those good features people like, the yard, the space, all that stuff.
Close to downtown, but not in downtown.
Not in downtown.
Right.
And then the last one really is, we're going a little farther out now, but the foothills, the prime foothills area. So really evergreen. Mm-hmm. If something is presented well, staged well, in good shape, and has kind of that mountainy vibe that people are looking for, places in evergreen are flying, and prices are holding really strong there because that's Colorado.
Yeah.
To be able to get the Colorado vibe, but still be close enough, maybe an hour from the airport maybe, very, very strong market there still.
Okay, so let's flip the coin then. Mm-hmm. What are areas that are not moving so quickly that could be a really good option for people to buy?
Yeah, and I work with a lot of buyers, so these are the ones that I really try to keep my finger on. Some of them are a bit surprising, but the number one, by far, biggest opportunity in Denver real estate right now is downtown. Lodo. Downtown has its challenges, right? It is not for everybody. It's not going to be, people at certain points in their life aren't going to want to live there, but it does have a lot going on, and it is still, there are some lingering effects of COVID that made downtown a little less desirable that still haven't completely gone away. I believe they're getting better. Just to bore you with one number, we measure inventory in months of supply, right? So 6 months of supply is a completely balanced market between buyer's market and seller's market.
Okay.
We rarely have that. More normal for us is more like 4 months, 3.5 months of supply in Denver. Well, right now in the entire Denver metro, it's 1.5 months supply. So still very low inventory market. In Lodo, it is 4.5 months of supply. It is oversupplied because people haven't come back yet when they went to the suburbs during COVID. Is that going to continue forever? Totally up to you to decide. I say no. I say downtown Denver will be a strong investment in the future because it's a marquee city. Overall, it doesn't have some of the challenges that some other cities, Seattle, San Francisco, those sorts of cities came on during COVID, at least not to that degree. So if you are a downtown person, there are some sweet places on the market that are on sale right now. And I think those are going to be great investments down the line. And just real quick, 2 more. Old Town Arvada is a great opportunity. It's
Love
surprising.
Old Town
Yeah,
Arvada.
because everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And that was one of the biggest beneficiaries during the COVID kind of flight out of the city. It has slowed down quite a bit. There's plenty on the market there. That's also a higher inventory than we have on average in Denver. And the third one, and this is just my favorite, I guess, neighborhood of Denver to buy in right now is Rosedale. It's that area around Harvard Gulch Park that's just south of Platt Park and really Wash Park as well. It's great, and it keeps getting better. There's new businesses going in, and really you're able to get a similar lifestyle or maybe even the same lifestyle as you would in Platt Park without having to pay Platt Park prices. It's a lot of P's, but I mean, you're at least $100,000 less for the same type of house just by going 5 blocks to the south.
Right, and if that's your lifestyle, you're on a bicycle going to Wash Park anyway.
That's
for
right.
Breakfast and lunch and dinner.
What's another few blocks?
Right,
Yeah.
it's good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're a skinny guy, but
Well, yeah, you got to
Anyway.
keep active.
that's right. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you guys have any questions about what's happening in the market on the finance side of things, give us a call here at Kostoff and Company, or call my good friend Sam if you're looking for a house in Rosedale. Say.
you got it.
He's down at Keller Williams, and he'd be more than happy to take care of you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.